Hello everybody, it's me George and I am about to upload a shameless plug on my book Barbarous Words, a compendium of conjurations, British folk magic and other popish charms. And the reason I'm doing this is for two reasons. Number one, the most obvious is that it is a shameless plug. But being an independent author and having no kind of governing body there to kind of do the advertisement, I have to do that all myself. I made the book on my own and I advertised the book on my own. So I wanted to kind of do this to kind of show you guys a wee bit of like an excerpt from the book, okay? The other part of it is that this book, the excerpt I'm reading from this book is about folk ceremonial magic. And a lot of the times when I've uploaded pictures and images or videos of rituals I have done that have been a folk ceremonial setting, and this is quite prevalent on Instagram. For those of you, by the way, that don't follow me on Instagram, it's all one word, The North English Witch, so please give me a follow there, that really helps. But I get a lot of people that ask particular questions when it comes to working folk ceremonial magic. And this is something that I kind of wanted to read because I know that it's grabbed more than a couple of people's attentions in the past, and I think that it would help. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to read it. So it's the conjurations for the days of the week. The powers of the planets and their influences over people played an important and integral part of certain cunning folk practices. Many would consult the stars before making decisions or drawing up people's astrological charts, such as James Cunning mural in the remnants of one of his books showing an astrological chart for Queen Victoria. The methods of astrology within cunning folk practices ranged once again in a myriad of ways, from the simplistic to the elaborate, from working with planetary squares as talismans to large arduous conjurations. One of the staples of the Western magical tradition was Cornelius Agrippa's 4 books of occult philosophy, in which they held in them planetary conjurations for the days of the week. These conjurations worked with the angelic intelligences that each rule over a specific planet, governing specific influences the cunning person and magician would want to employ. These conjurations then went on to be found in grimoires of cunning folk, such as the grimoire of Arthur Gauntlet. The acts of planetary conjurations were also featured within Francis Barrett's The Magus, which was a book that had large influence over the practices of cunning folk in the 1800s and through to the early 1900s. Despite the conjurations for the days of the week being typically used and worked within the realms of ceremonial magic, cunning folk such as Cunning Mural had copied pages from the Magus in little manuscripts that were left of his books before they were reportedly burnt. It is not uncommon for cunning folk to utilise ceremonial magic and blend it into rural folk magic, forming a basis of folk ceremonial magic, which are demonstrated in these grimoires and manuscripts mentioned. With the spirit of folk ceremonial adaptations from cunning folk and their practices, I'm going to go into a way that I simplistically work with the conjurations for the days of the week. Initially, these conjurations were done within a circle, involving a consecration and exorcism, as well as putting on a vesture on and orations to God. For the sake of origin and referencing, I have included part of the conjuration for the circle. However, there are a lot more steps involved prior to this operation and within this rite in general. Not going to mention anymore, but I go into how to work with the planetary influences in not a ceremonial aspect, but in a folk ceremonial aspect. And there are the tables with the symbols as well in which to apply, and also their governing planetary intelligences which the magician or cunning person can employ in order to gain specific desires. So yeah, that's kind of an excerpt from this book. So if you guys are interested in this book and you haven't actually read this book or anything like that, please consider buying this book. Like I said, I'm an independent author and it really helps. The other part of it as well is if you have read this book and you do like what you read and you thoroughly enjoyed it, then please consider leaving me a review on Amazon. I know this is something that I've mentioned to quite a lot of people, but being an independent author, those Amazon reviews make such a difference, such a big difference. They really help in kind of the pushing of the book and all that good stuff. So yeah, and there are also large parts as well. There you go. There are also large parts as well that, you know, in terms of what other YouTube witches have done that I've really, really appreciated. There's been some absolutely lovely reviews from the Oak Witch and also the Hearth Witch. So thank you so, so much, guys. Some of those reviews I actually listened to, I actually like welled up. I got like a tear in my eye. They were so lovely. Like the words were so kind, and your thoughts really meant a lot to me in terms of how much work and effort I feel like I put into this book. It's really kind of rewarding to hear that. So thank you so, so much. So once again, if you have read this book, please consider doing a review on Amazon. It really helps. If you are a YouTube witch and you've read the book and you like it, please consider doing a YouTube review as well. If you've read it and you don't like it, don't do a review. Joking. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to mention that really, guys. Thank you very much for listening, taking the time. The other part of it as well is that I apologize. I've not been on here for a while. I kind of had a massive sty, the mother of all styes. The holy fucking shit, like it was bad. It was really bad. I'm getting over it. You can see it like a wee bit, but it's not what it was. It was bad. Anywho, there have been a couple of suggestions for videos as well. And I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for sending me those videos suggestions in. They haven't been ignored. I still am wanting to do those. I've just been a bit busy at the moment, so apologies for that. But there have been some fantastic suggestions in terms of videos. So thank you so, so much. And I definitely will be doing them soon. So keep posted and keep watched. I'm like, should I upload this on YouTube? Should I upload this on Instagram? I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both. I'm bisexual. I'm not. But anyway, the point is, I just thought if I upload it on both, it'll be good. But yeah, keep posted on my YouTube because I will be uploading more videos there to come. Yeah, and once again, I just want to say thank you so, so much to everybody that have put in some lovely reviews over YouTube, over Instagram, over Amazon. Like, thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart. Really means a lot to me. And yeah, I've been so taken back by all the kind comments and kind words, and yeah, just how popular this book has kind of become as well. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, it's kind of shocked me. So yeah, thank you. Shocked me in a good way, but yeah, just, I'm going to stop rambling because it's a shameless plug. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own it. Guys, thank you so much. Have a lovely day and a lovely evening wherever you are, and peace out.